man. Snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
It's Kim time, baby. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. You guys see the title. You guys know what the biggest news story of the day is, at least in these parts. And it is, drum roll, please, Los Angeles. Chaos. Kla Harris statement on what's unfolding in Los Angeles. Kamala D. Harris. Los Angeles is my home, and like so many Americans, I'm appalled at what we are witnessing on the streets of our city. Deploying the National Guard is a dangerous escalation meant to provoke chaos. In addition to the recent ICE raids in Southern California and across our nation, it is a part of the Trump administration's cruel, calculated agenda to spread panic and division. This administration actions are not about public safety. They're about stoking fear of a community demanding dignity and due process. Protest is a powerful tool, essentially in the fight of justice. And as the LAPD, mayor, and governor have noted, demonstrations in defense of our immigrant neighbors have been overwhelmingly peaceful. I will continue to support the millions of Americans who are standing up to protect our most fundamental rights and freedoms. All right. So that's Kamala Harris. Next thing we got is from Pop Crave.
Rubber bullets of protesters moving them on through the heart of LA. You just shot the rubber bullets of protesters.
He said you just effing shot the lead. Next. I ain't gonna lie. Since I was out here, I think I mentioned this on the live last night too. I was thinking about going out there to get some footage, but not like obviously too close. Like I didn't want to be Al Roker and Hurricane Katrina being like, all right, down to Al Roker, who's in Texas, and he's like, guys, it's really bad. The winds are really strong. And it's like, we didn't need that, bro. Like, we believe you. But yeah, I didn't want to do that specifically for something like this. And that's what happened. So yeah. Next. Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother, longtime producer and things of that sort. He says he was tear gassed at a peaceful LA protest against the ICE raids. Yeah, so Phineas went out there and he got tased. He got tear gas, excuse me. Tear gas almost immediately at the very protest downtown. They're inciting this. That's Phineas' words. Next, a line of cars are now burning in the streets of Los Angeles, and the police are letting it happen. Nobody is safe. We need Marines now. It's crazy. All of this stuff is going viral right now. What's going on in LA? I've been in LA all weekend, and I haven't seen any of this. Like, you know what I mean? And down in this area, I haven't seen this. So just different parts of the city and everything like that. It's interesting how things can change. I've been getting a bunch of calls from my family and everybody concerned, worried about me and stuff. I'm just like, I'm good. I haven't seen anything. I just saw like little small things of like people carrying the Mexican flag. I've seen that. And then I've also, tonight it was doors were starting to lock at venues and things of that sort. And so like my hotel was locked and I was like, oh, do I have to push or pull? And they said, we locked the doors because of what's going on right now. So those are the main things that kind of shut the city down, or at least the downtown area down, until they figure out what is going on or how to stop this, which I think would just be promising that outright literal tried to deport people from their families or try to protest, period. Protest. Everything like that. Like, don't try to deport people. Yeah, to see this clip just looks crazy. It doesn't even look like real life, bro. Like, this stuff doesn't even look like, it looks like a
Is it okay we go to our car and go?
I have a comment about this, but I'll just leave. I will say this. So it is just as you guys love to say, yes, freedom of speech is America, bro. What is also in the First Amendment? We have the freedom of religion, speech, the right to bear arms. Excuse me. I'll say all this to say, people are entitled to report on things. People are entitled to be journalists. People are entitled to be there on the grounds of the people laying out the groundwork. Like, that just is what it is, dude. It is what it is, and it's an amendment, a constitutional right for journalists to be journalists, whether you agree with them or not, whether you think there's going to be propaganda and they twist it and turn it and pop out a new version of the story. They have a job to do, and that's what they're there to serve, a particular audience, and that's what they do. You can't prevent them from doing it just because you don't like it or you don't like how it's going to be perceived. Because if they don't, say Fox News doesn't, right? You kick Fox News out successfully. Yay, Fox News. Still, you're still going to have to do a lot of those same things and stuff that I was just alluding to earlier. So there's that. Hold on. Next thing. Sam Whitwer, I live here. This is true. In the coming days, the national media is going to call call LA, a war zone. But the truth is, the folks protesting today were worried about their friends, their neighbors, and their community. A few neighbors will throw a rock and it'll take over the entire narrative. But just so you know, LA is afraid right now because their coworkers were kidnapped at work. Wow. Yes, literally. I heard a story about 15 minutes ago. And that person, you know what I'm saying, shouts out to my people out here and everything at this event. But they said they were like working the booth at the event, and one of the people had to leave early because their uncle just got, abducted by ICE. So it's definitely real. Excuse me, I'm so sorry for y'all in y'all's ears so much tonight. But it's definitely real. It's definitely something that's going on right now. And that is something that's close. Of just real life people dealing with this. But just know LA is afraid right now because their coworkers were kidnapped at work, because the guy who sold them dinner was snatched by masked men, because a bunch of neighbors' parents straight up never came home. As Trump gleefully escalates this with the National Guard, violence is inevitable. But just know this protest started from a place of projection, a place of love. We love our neighbors. We love our family. We love our community. Whatever the news tells you in the coming days, that's the truth. They're going to paint a vision of LA that is much different from that. Don't let them. LA been going through it this year, bro, with the wildfires and now this, like, it's they going through a lot. This is how you handle a tear gas canister, pour water around the canister. That's to help seal the base of the traffic cone to contain it, and then douse it from the top and cover it. So there it is. Putting the cover on it and things of that sort. Next thing's next. Your favorite, Jasmine Crockett. Where them fan? Hit him one time. Where them fan? Hit him two times. Where them fan? Hit him two. Hold on. I gotta do it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Jasmine Crockett, where them fans at? Oh, there you go. Oh, man. I had it until I didn't have it. Okay. Well, we're going. Oh, almost had it. It is what it is. Jasmine Crockett, you get the point. First, they illegally deport the citizens. Then they unleash ICE to terrorize communities. Now they've got the National Guard in LA to silence protesters. This isn't about law and order. This is what authoritarianism looks like. So let's look up what authoritarianism is. I would assume it's following the law of a person with authority. Authoritarianism is a form of government characterized by centralized power, limited political freedoms, and a suppression of dissent. It involves concentrating power in the hands of a single ruler of a small group with limited accountability to the people. Authoritarian regimes often involve political repression, an exclusion of opposition, and the use of force to maintain control. So there's that. Next, what does this say? What does this say? What does this say? It is hard to overstate how big. So there it is. One of the protests. You see the front lines there, but how many people are there to counter the front lines? Hassan. Oh, Hassan was out there. People who freak out about retaliation to cops at these rallies need to attend one protest, and they'll quickly realize that the aggregators are the armed dudes in riot gear, tear gas, and thousands of unarmed taxpayers who are paying for their chemicals as well as their salaries and pensions. Yikes. Here's the song. Where we at? This is my first time reacting to Hassan on here.
We're gonna push in from this side of the road. Oh fuck! That fucked my hair up. Anyway, I think they're gonna push in from this side of the road. Oh
that's crazy. No, that's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's crazy. And this is what Hassan is for, to do stuff like this. But shout out to the cameraman as well, Carl. All right, next up.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.